The Formula One world has been abuzz with speculation about Sergio Perez's future with Red Bull. The Mexican driver has found it challenging to match his teammate Max Verstappen on the track. Competing against Verstappen at Red Bull is a daunting task, but as the team begins to close the performance gap, having a second driver who can consistently fight for podiums is crucial. Red Bull believed they had such a driver in Perez, but his rejection of their contract offer sent shockwaves through the driver market. This raises the question, will Perez's rejection of Red Bull destabilize the team? And what implications does this have for the rest of the grid? On a Tuesday evening, rumors began to circulate among the F1 fan base that Sergio Perez had signed a contract extension with Red Bull, which would keep him at the team beyond the end of the season. These rumors seemed to originate from the Mexican media and quickly gain momentum. Perez's contract with Red Bull is set to expire at the end of the 2024 season, but his position at the team has been under scrutiny for almost a year now. Despite some lackluster performances last year, following Verstappen's incredible comeback in Miami, Perez received the backing of team principal Christian Horner, who publicly expressed faith in his driver's ability to bounce back from his poor form. Perez did manage to break out of his slump and has since performed well, with a disappointing qualifying round in Imola being dismissed as an anomaly by the team. Despite the team's public support, fans and the media have been questioning if Red Bull might replace Perez with another driver in 2025. Daniel Ricciardo was a favorite for that spot until he ruled himself out with some poor performances. Carlos Sainz's dismissal from Ferrari put him in the running for a return to Red Bull. Alex Albon has also been linked with a move back to Red Bull, but is out of the market, and Yuki Tsunoda's impressive start to 2024 meant he was also a contender. Most drivers are holding off on signing new contracts as they wait for the fate of the second Red Bull seat to be decided. The opportunity to drive for the fastest car on the grid is too tempting for any F1 driver to pass up. So when news spread that Perez had signed an extension, the implications seemed massive. However, the news was premature. Red Bull did offer Perez a new contract for 2025, but shockingly, he rejected it. Fox Sports Mexico reported that he had been offered a one-year contract by Red Bull, keeping him at the team for 2025 but not beyond. Instead of accepting, as many would expect, Perez sent back a counter-proposal for a two-year deal, which Red Bull promptly rejected. The team already has the contract. It is for 1 year, according to reports from Perez's home country. They offered it to Perez, and he said, "We have to review it." Perez's lawyers are in that process, but Perez submitted a two-year counter-proposal, to which Red Bull immediately said no. However, the deal is not dead. An agreement could yet be found at 1 year with the option for a second year. Driver contracts that involve a year and an option for an additional year are pretty common. If the driver performs well, then a clause can be triggered, which adds an extra year to the contract. If they don't perform well, though, or a better driver becomes available, then the team can choose not to trigger the one-year extension, and the contract ends. That works both ways, of course. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner commented very carefully on Perez's future after the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. "The whole driver market is playing itself out, and we know exactly where we are and what our options are," Horner said. "In the timing that's right for us, we'll make decisions about the future." The BBC's Andrew Benson, speaking on the Checkered Flag podcast, said that the reason Red Bull is interested in extending Perez's contract rather than making a swap is that there simply aren't any other good options. What might save him is who's available to replace him. The obvious guy is Carlos Sainz, but there was quite a lot of tension between Sainz and Verstappen when they were a team at Toro Rosso back at the beginning of their careers. And then if you take Sainz out of the equation on that basis, there aren't any top-level standard drivers available to put in that seat instead. The reasons for Perez to try and negotiate are clear. He wants to guarantee his future, and he wants a chance to drive in the new regulations as well. He's 34, which isn't old by modern F1 standards, and if he's still enjoying racing, then he'll want to stay in the sport for a few more years yet. Alonso, Hamilton, and Hülkenberg are all showing that you can race into your late 30s and early 40s if you still have the desire to. The implications of Red Bull offering Perez a new contract on the rest of the drivers' market are obvious. It's no secret that Carlos Sainz has been holding out on signing with Sauber for 2025 as he tries to negotiate his way into Red Bull. There is apparently an offer on the table already for him to join the Sauber team in preparation for Audi to take over full-time in 2026. Carlos is well known for liking long-term contracts, which let him focus on his driving. And the offer from Audi will be for at least 3 seasons, giving them the stability to build their team. Despite a storied history of success in motorsports, there is no guarantee that Audi will be able to replicate that success in Formula One. While it was a risk worth taking for Haas driver Nico Hülkenberg, if Carlos Sainz was able to secure a contract with Red Bull, that would be a guarantee of a competitive car, not just a chance at one. With the Red Bull option potentially off the table, Sauber might now be his best bet. Red Bull's offer of an extension to Sergio Perez is also a clear signal to Yuki Tsunoda that he is unlikely to get a chance at the team. Despite an impressive start to the season, which has seen him charge to the front of the midfield with 4-point finishes in 7 Grand Prix, Red Bull still doesn't seem interested, so a move elsewhere is probably his only option for advancing his career. The Honda-backed driver is also being linked to Aston Martin, the team to which the Japanese manufacturer will switch for 2026 when the new generation of Formula One power units are introduced. Tsunoda was quizzed on these rumors by Channel 4, and while he spoke of a sense of loyalty to Red Bull, he also acknowledged Honda's role in getting him this opportunity. To be honest, Red Bull is performing very well so far, so obviously there's not much of a strong feeling that I want to get out, said Tsunoda. But we'll see how it goes. Obviously, at the same time, a lot of things are going around. But I've been in the Red Bull family for a long time, so I have quite a lot of loyalty, and obviously Honda helped me a lot to get in here. I love this team, you know, the Italian culture. They're all funny. But yeah, I have to see. Options are still welcome. While he is comfortable at the team and things are going well at the moment, the AlphaTauri team is never going to provide him with a car to challenge for a world championship, which at the end of the day is what every F1 driver wants to do. A move elsewhere would at least give him a chance to shine at another team and get out from under the Red Bull umbrella, giving him the opportunity to earn a seat at a top team. A surprising candidate to secure Tsunoda's signature for 2025 and beyond is Haas. The team has been transformed this season under new boss Io Komatsu, and with Hülkenberg headed to Sauber and Kevin Magnussen looking unlikely to earn a contract extension, the team is after 2 new drivers. Ferrari Junior Ollie Behrman is a favorite for 1 seat and may get a chance in the car this year if Magnussen gets the 1-race ban many people think is coming. The other seat is free, though, and after the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, Tsunoda is looking like the favorite to take it. Chris Medlin wrote for Racer that he had heard from his sources in the paddock at Imola that Haas were asking questions and Tsunoda could be interested, which would be a move that no one expected at the start of the year. What do you think of Checo's rejection of Red Bull's contract offer? And what do you think Sainz and Tsunoda will do now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As we continue to cover this exciting season, stay tuned for more updates and in-depth analysis.